Do you ever overreact in a way that is totally out of proportion to what's actually happening? Watch this video to learn why you overreact and some things you can do to calm yourself down when that happens. This video is part of the Inspiration and Laughter series here on this channel, so be sure to stick around to the end for some of this. Say yes to enjoying your life by subscribing to this channel and look for the bell icon so you don't miss out on videos filled with inspiration and laughter. Now it's inspiration time. So recently I was trying to get out of the house, get to an appointment on time, and things kept going wrong. One little obstacle after another kept popping up, and in the middle of feeling overwhelmed, I raised my voice, lost my temper. And I really didn't like that experience. I knew it was totally out of proportion to all the little hiccups that were going on, but it still happened. And I'm sure you've had that experience too, where overwhelm or anger just got the best of you and you lost it a little bit. People have different theories about why that happens, why we overreact. The theory that makes the most sense to me is that when something is out of proportion to the situation like that, what's happening is there's some kind of echo from the past happening. So there might be some sort of similar situations in the past that are just a little bit like what's going on. And so it's like there's more of a reaction because it's not just this moment you're dealing with. Deep down inside, you're dealing with things that happened a long time ago that maybe weren't resolved or taken care of. So what do you do about that? One thing that helps, first off, is always to have some easy, quick tools for calming yourself down so that you can get yourself back to feeling more centered. And I have a whole playlist full of quick stress relievers that you can use that help you pretty quickly to find your calm. Another approach I used to take way back in the day was I would spend a lot of time journaling with it, processing it, looking for the repeating patterns so that I could understand them better. And the good thing about that approach was I did have more self-awareness and more insight about myself. For example, I know that time pressure is a trigger for me. And I also know that running late is a trigger for me. The problem, the downside with that approach is that I was often in the energy of trying to figure myself out and fix myself. You know, like I was broken and I needed to be fixed somehow. And the truth is, no matter how much I figured out, no matter how deep I dug, I couldn't quite ever fix myself enough. Which brings me to an approach that I use more nowadays, and that is to sit and breathe in self-compassion, to just take some long, deep breaths and breathe with the emotion, breathe with the feelings, and let them flow and move through. And doing that with acceptance for myself that I'm a human being and I have all sorts of emotions. And if I just breathe and in the moment, I can let that breath move the emotion through. Now, sometimes what happens for people is a tendency to criticize yourself or beat yourself up on top of the reaction you're already having. And so that's why compassion is so helpful. And it helps you to just go, okay, I'm a human being and this happens. And if you need to apologize to someone, you can apologize. Obviously, if you have deeper anger management issues and this keeps happening regularly, then it's probably a good idea to get some support from a licensed professional or for some kind of support group that deals with that. It's a good idea. But if it's just a thing that happens now and then, you're just human and it happens. And so having compassion for yourself can really help. And I did a video a while back where I guided you through a compassion meditation. So I will leave that link in the video description for you so you can check that out if you want to. So having the perspective of recognizing that this overreaction is an echo from the past, that helps me to just move myself back into this moment So it almost gives me a little bit of a distance from the actual reaction. I go, oh, that's just an echo from the past. And then I bring my focus back into the moment, into what's actually happening now. And so that is more helpful because the power is always in the present moment to choose differently, to act differently, and to give yourself compassion as well. So for some added inspiration today on this topic, I'm going to read a card for you that comes from a deck of positive self-talk cards by Louise Hay. I've actually read from her cards before in a previous video, and I think that video was about problem solving, so I will leave the link to that video in the video description for you. You can check that one out too if you want to. And this card says, on the front it says, the past is over. And then on the back, it says, this is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. So I love that. Isn't that what we ultimately want? To enjoy the moment of now rather than being suffering or stressed out in it. So when she says, though, enjoy each and every moment, I think that that's maybe too big a goal, too much of a stretch sometimes. So I think a more realistic goal would be to say, I enjoy more moments. I choose to enjoy more moments. If that's a goal that sounds good to you, to enjoy more moments in your life, to welcome more joy into your life, then I invite you to go check out the free gift I offer, which is really a free play sheet, a free download for rediscovering what brings you joy. Because in the busyness of life, we sometimes forget or we lose touch with what brings us joy. And so if you'd like to check that out, you can go to joyfulbeing.com/questions, or you can also find that link in the video description below. So that's our inspiration part of our video today. I threw a lot of goodies out there at you, a lot of ideas. So you might even want to go back, watch it again, maybe even take some notes, because when you write things down, it makes it sink deeper into your mind. And now, something that helps you enjoy life more, for sure, is laughter.
It's laughter time. Laugh with me and give yourself a happy boost. Just mimic the sound of my laughter and know that your body can't tell the difference between a fake laugh and the real thing. They both lift you up. So give yourself permission to experiment and see how you feel. Here we go.
Are you ready to laugh? So we usually begin this portion with some long, deep breathing, kind of get ourselves centered, and then we move our body a little bit just to let go of tension and get the energy going. So for the long, deep breathing, you're going to take a nice, slow, deep breath in. And exhale. You can close your eyes if you want to really feel the breath. Inhaling deep again. And exhaling nice and slow. Good. Okay. And now you can open your eyes if you closed them. We're just going to shrug the shoulders a few times. This is a place where people tend to hold a lot of tension. So just letting that go. And just kind of shake your body, shake your head, shake your hands, shake everything out. Good. And then take another slow, deep breath in. And exhale. Good. All right. So the laugh we're going to do today sounds a little bit like an owl. So I'll do it first to demonstrate it, and then we'll do it together. And you can kind of mimic the sound of my laugh, and it doesn't have to sound exactly the way my laugh sounds. And, you know, if you just don't want to do the actual mimicking of my sound of laughter, you can also just watch me and crack up too. That's good. So here we go. So this is what it's going to sound like. I'll demo first. Inhale. Okay, owl laugh. Ooh, get it? All right. Here we go. We're going to inhale and do it together. Inhale. Excuse me. My throat got clamped up. Okay, so I hope that's fun. Since my throat clamped up, I want to try that again, okay? Let's try that again. Okay, so here we go. Inhale. Good. Inhale again. And exhale. Okay, that was fun. I hope you had fun too. And I hope to see you back next time for the next inspiration and laughter video. Have a good one.